Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to correctly target your audience that you want to go after on Facebook for lead generation and e-commerce brands, the strategies behind it, the do's and don'ts, what does work, what doesn't work in 2024, and just giving you a full rundown of targeting on the Meta platforms. So yeah, let's get into the video. Tom, targeting.
Okay. Well, we get asked this a lot, mate, don't we?
Yeah.
In the sense of like, here's the thing. Targeting on Meta, mate, is not what it was. We know that. We spoke about that. We don't need to keep going on about it because some people are watching our channel for the first time and don't really understand and have no point of reference today.
No.
Before we do that, this is a 10-minute video, right?
Yep.
Time is set. Yeah. And the reason we're doing that, we know most of you don't watch after 10 minutes. So that's not because we're boring, because we're not, but it's just because people haven't got the attention for it. So we just set 10 minutes, watch the 10 minutes, then you can fuck off. And we've all done our day's work. Yeah, so Facebook, we get it asked a lot. Here's the thing. Facebook targeting isn't like as wowed or as simple as it used to be. It actually sits now in the hands of Facebook more than ever, more than the individual. I think that's the best way to explain it. So it used to be we used to have like all the fucking types of interests you could ever wish. You could even target people's income and all to quite an extreme degree, couldn't you?
It was fucking fantastic, mate. I remember running like the very first client that I had was dental practice. And I remember targeting implants, which if you've run dental ads previously for your agency, you'll know that dental implants are like the highest value service a dental practice offer. Goes up to like 45 grand for certain practices. And we could target people who have searched for implants and people that had income of over 50 grand a year. And the types of leads we'd get in were fucking phenomenal. Fast forward to today, you can't target implants. You can't even talk about someone having missing teeth, and you can't target people that earn a certain income. So it's become a lot more like you have less control over it from your view, but you actually probably show it to a better type of person because now you're leaving it all up to Facebook, basically.
Yeah, and this is what Facebook are wanting us to do, and I think very, very soon, targeting at all will be kind of a thing of the past. It's going to be Meta will put it in front of the people it knows best. And to be fair, mate, like Meta is full of so much data that we wouldn't even be able to comprehend on an individual. You know, when you accept the T's and C's when you sign up for Instagram, you are giving away every single piece of your tracking. And when you accept, and every time we go on a website, don't we, and it says accept, decline on cookies or whatever, we all go accept because we think we've got to do that to get that fucking thing gone. So they know so much about us. And I think what's happening is people are now getting really hung up on targeting, and particularly here's an example. So we have students, because we have an academy where we teach all this and we mentor people, and one of the niches some people go after is kitchen fitters and kitchen design teams. It's a really good niche. Why? Because it's high ticket. You know, you want a new kitchen, you're looking at 15K probably onwards. Some of these local kitchen design teams are fantastic, and it's a good business. Everyone spends all their time in their kitchen. It's like the hub of your home. So it's a good one. But people go, well, how do I target it? Now, whereas before you probably could target, I don't know, I can't really remember now, but you could target kitchen design, interior design and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think the most important part of this conversation is you've got to understand two things. You've got to understand how the targeting on Facebook works, and you have to understand the goal of Facebook as a company. So first of all, how the Facebook targeting works is Facebook and Instagram have access to so much data, more data than you'd believe, so much data that they get in fucking trouble over it. And from different websites, all the different Facebook pixels that people have put on their websites, how you interact with different pieces of content on social media. So if you start liking and viewing more, kitchens, for example, or time lapses of kitchen designs and interacting with it, saying nice kitchen, that's going to put you into an interest pot of kitchens. So Facebook know, without you even realizing, what you are and aren't interested in at any moment in time. So that's first of all how they said. So they know without you having to tell them because it's very clear when you build your Facebook page and you build an ad, Facebook's algorithms can scan the ads you're searching for, the keywords, the offer, the landing page, because they do when you're launching an ad, what you're trying to sell. And believe it or not, they're clever enough to match the two together. If you're selling a consultation for a kitchen, they're going to automatically show that to people that have searched for kitchens based on your budget, etc. So that's part one. Part two is understanding that Facebook and Instagram want you to keep advertising. They know if an advertiser is paying them to show their ad campaign somewhere and they're not generating sales or leads, they're going to stop advertising, which means Facebook and Instagram don't earn any money. And that will and if that happened to everyone, the platform would therefore be seen as a very, very poor advertising platform for advertisers to spend money on. So those two pieces, Facebook and Instagram, are on your side. They want you to make money, first, most and foremost, but they also want the people on the platform to have a good experience. So that's where, if your campaigns are good, then they're going to give you, a better quality of traffic. So those are two parts of it. And I think that, so once you understand that, you'll understand that the actual targeting, the targeting options you choose now are actually becoming less and less relevant, hence why they're removing a lot of the features. They're removing a lot of the targeting that they want. And like you said, Tom, I think eventually they'll probably remove that detailed targeting because it will be redundant. It won't actually be needed. So
yeah. I was going to say, you're running an ad now, mate, which is what we're going to get. People are now in the process. They're watching this video because they're thinking, well, I've got this campaign I need to run. Like, what am I going to be targeting? How can I target? Like, well, I'll go back to you in just a second, but like some of the best audiences results we've ever had is when we just do what we call, me and you would call broad targeting. So we actually don't target at all, only leave it to head to like surface face targeting. So if you know your age of your consumer, you do want to chuck that in. That will save Facebook a lot of time, Meta a lot of time. And if you know what gender they are, I know it's not, there's all these different types of genders we have these days, but Facebook only give you two. That will probably be another thing that changes. And I would imagine that gender at some point will be removed, in my view. I just can't see how they can keep doing it. So once you know age and gender, you can then throw your ads out, and we let Facebook do our thing, don't we?
Yeah.
Then why would you use what's called lookalike? At what point would you use a lookalike audience then over a broad audience?
Yeah. So I think
I'm just
not.
Hang on. Okay, there we go. I'm back.
I want to state to the viewers, mate, because I think a lot of the people in our community will think the same. Like, we're not those type of people that thinks that you should add 100 genders to the Facebook fucking platform. Like, I don't want people watching our channel thinking we're those type of people. We definitely don't.
No, we're
not. But in terms of what we do in terms of structuring the ad account, so really there's 4 different ad sets I would say you need to run. So you have, when you're launching an ad campaign for any client, lead gen probably more so. Actually, no, and ecom, you have your campaign, campaign for one campaign, your conversion campaign. Then you really want 4 ad sets with 4 ads on each of the ad set. And in the academy, we go through this in massive amounts of detail. It's like over 15 videos, probably coming up to 6 hours of content to describe our Facebook ad strategy. But in summary, 1 campaign, 4 ad sets. You want a broad targeting like Tom's mentioned, which is probably going to get you the best results from a cold perspective. You need 1 warm audience. So that's combining all of your warm audiences together, your Instagram engagement, your website engagement, past purchases. And you can break these down more so for ecom, where you break down past purchases in the past 21 days, excluding la-di-da-di-da. There's different ones you can do. So 1 warm, 1 open targeting. You probably want a lookalike audience on that warm targeting. And then also potentially one targeting option that you think is most relevant. I would never stack your targeting options unless the audience is really small. You only want to have 1 interest on 1 ad set, because then that tells you that interest is bringing in all the results. For example, if you're stacking, I don't know, 5 different interests and you get loads of sales, all of those sales or all of those leads probably only came from 1 of those interests. Therefore,
let me just clarify what Harry means. How do we have on the timer, by the way, mate?
1.5 minutes.
Okay. What he means by stacked is, let's say you've got 4 interests. Harry would do, we used to do, we want to target people who are interested in this and this. No, this or this and this or this. So it goes, okay, 1 of that and 1 of that meets that, and off we go. So you can get even further, but those days are kind of gone.
Yeah, you just want to target one individual interest. That way you've got open, you've got one interest, you've got a lookalike audience, and you've got all of your warm audiences clubbed together, which your lookalike audience is based off. That sounds really complicated, but just if you're new to Facebook ads, just watch that back, write it down, and then research how to make a lookalike audience, how to make a warm audience. That way you're covering all bases, and what is from a cold audience, so people that have never heard from your brand, and a warm audience to get those quick sales and leads. And then from an ad perspective, you then test the same block of ads on each of those audiences.
Yeah.
Because what's so important with Facebook ads is you're only split testing one variable at a time, and then you can duplicate and go in, and then we have a full testing strategy later down the line. But initially, that's how you would set up your Facebook ads in 2024.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to broad target is what we're saying. In fact, we encourage it more often than not.
Yeah, because what most people do is they'll get really panicky, they'll launch an ad account, and they'll build a really complex ad set, which just completely, there's the timer, which completely kind of puts roadblocks in the way of giving Facebook everything it needs, because you're then telling it not to go and explore other audiences. Whereas what we do is we start really broad and we hone in, and then eventually we're left with a really condensed pot of people that we know love our brand, and hence how we get a really cheap cost per lead.
Yeah, and try and get an audience of about 500,000 onwards, really. I think you've got to get that working, if not 1 million.
Yeah,
you know, we know people in the industry who would say it needs to be about 1 million plus.
Yeah, I agree.
So, cool. Well, look, you know, please like and subscribe. This is useful for people who are just getting into it and don't understand the meta targeting features that well.
Yeah. And if you're struggling with ad accounts inside the academy, a massive part of the academy is the service delivery. So probably 50% sales, 50% service delivery. It's an all-encompassing digital marketing academy. There's a massive 2024 Facebook ad module in there, but also the live calls that happen every week with me and Tom are so beneficial to you guys, because you can come on the calls, share your ad accounts, and we'll break down the ad accounts with you in real time. Like if you've got, if you're getting a £2 cost per lead on one ad set and £7 on another, you share your screen very quickly amongst the group, and we give you feedback on it, how to progress it. It's like, where else can you do that? Especially like that is so valuable for a new beginner agency, to have 2 agency owners of 6 years with multiple media buyers on our agency books to help you out and point you in the right direction. It's like, it's a safety blanket for a lot of people. And that's one of the big reasons why people join the academy, is to have access to us to look over their campaigns. So yeah, super useful. There's a link in the bio in the description of this video. So yeah, check it out. And yeah, we'll see you in tomorrow's video.